Good evening. Gotta grab my camera. I'm on a little early this morning. I mean, this afternoon, this evening, whatever. I'm sitting here just thinking um, what to do, but this is what we're going to do. I do have another sunflower, yellow sunflower to complete, but I want to show you guys once again how to cut poly burlap with a wood burning tool. So I have my petals already. I have a few pieces of poly burlap here that is not necessarily left over because I don't know how many in the center I'm going to use. But this time, my little centerpiece is a little larger, if you can see. And it really sits here, but I'm still going to do my 2 rows of poly burlap for the sunflower. So let me find this here really quick. So how was everybody's day? I hope you had a wonderful day. Good for you. Wait, I don't want my phone to ring because it will ring. Yep. So good evening, good evening. So we're going to start here. I do have my wood burning tool warming up. It was just a sudden change of mind. Because so many of crafters will not use this wood burning tool, and it is so easy to use. The only thing about mine is that I don't have a cutting glass, a cutting board. So I use a mirror. Some of you know that I was a stylist, and I was here, so I have mirrors left over. And if you see a reflection, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try my best not to see it, but once I move this out the way, it's just going to be what it is. So bear with me. I know if I had a glass cutting board, it would be different, which is heat tempered. I had another mirror, and guess what? It cracked. But eventually, I'm going to get a tempered glass cutting board. Okay. So we're not going to finish this entire reef this evening because it takes such a long time, but I am going to start it. But so on my mirror, I took a ruler and actually measured my 10 inches. Oh, I hate that light. I'm sorry. So I measured my 10 inches and I put a Sharpie red. So that would be my 10 inches. And then 20. Because when I cut my poly burlap mesh, I do 20 and then I do 20 and then I do a 10. Instead of just doing 10, then another 10. So I just do a 20 and then a 10. So that's what I do. That's how I use my mirror. So here's a yellow poly burlap. And if you see, this tool gets very hot, and you should use it with a mask or a ventilated room. But I'm only going to cut a few pieces to show you. So therefore, it'll be okay. But this is the tool. This is what the tool looks like. And of course I got mine on Amazon. Trying to cover that glass, that bright light. Sorry. But that's what it looks like. They're not expensive either. And I'm going to be using the tip. You see that pointed tip? I hope you can see it. Let me see if I go on that side. There you go. That might be a little better. Ignore that light, y'all. So sorry. I know y'all see my reflection too, but that's what the tip looks like. All right, and that's what the tool looks like. And it gets very, very, very extremely hot, y'all. Okay, so be very careful. I have the burn to confirm that it gets very hot right here. Yep, and that's permanent. It's about 4 or 5 months ago, and I grabbed the tool. And it slipped and it fell on my skin and it burned. But it's a permanent. I'm very careful with it now. I wasn't so careful then. But I have it hanging with like a coat hook over here on the edge of my table. So let's get it. All right. When you first unroll a fresh roll, you're going to have to take off a little bit first so you can seal that in because it is not sealed. Let me see something, y'all. I forgot all about this reflection because it has to be on a glass, period. It cannot be on your board or it will. Let me see the edge? There you go. Now you see two of me. But let me see if I can bring it in just a little bit and see if that's any better. We're going to give it a shot. Alright, here we go. I don't know where that light is at. Is it on this side? It's on this side where I'm at. Alright, so you just have to take off a few little section. And you use the pointed end. And you just go down in between two of the lines in between. So you're going to have to take off because when mesh comes, it is a frayed edge, and that's all you do. Okay, so we're going to do 10. I'm going to do with my first 10, and yeah, you can hold it down with something. Hey everybody, sorry about that bright light, but if you can see my 10 here, and that's my 20 over there, but we're going to do 10. The edge of my glass is where it begins, and you just want to go straight down the middle, in between two veins, with your wood burning tool. Alright, be very careful. This time, like I said, this tool gets really, really hot. So that's it. Let's do another one. I hold it down so it can be flat. Like I said, I do 20. I'm going to do one more 10, and then I'll show you what I do, just to make it go a little faster for me. I did all of the cuts, yes, a couple days ago. And I had the, like I told you, the mesh sitting under some wood so it could flatten out a little bit. Alright, so this is what I do. At the edge of the mirror, I go down to my 20. And I in between two of the veins, straight down. So that's my 20, and then I do a 10. So I have two pieces already made. Already ready. Like I said, it should be tempered glass. I cracked one already because I used it so much. But I cracked my mirror. So eventually I am going to have to get a tempered glass because this tool, like I said, gets really, really hot. So that's how you use your wood burning tool. Alright, and that's what it looks like. That's the edge, the tip you use. It comes with a few tips. Because it is a wood burning tool, and I'm sure many people use it for wood burning, like engraving, etc. And they're not expensive, maybe $16.99. So that's how you would seal your poly burlap mesh. Now it'll still fray, remember, because the more you handle it, the more the veins are going to come out. So the less you handle your poly burlap, the better off it is. So I'm going to turn my tool off because I have a tendency to grab this. Alright, let me get my board so we can cover up that bright light. I hope you saw it. If not, watch it in replay a little closer. Yep, so it is. It's the, oh, you think it's the light above? Hey, it might be. But hopefully you can see it. If you're not, if you look at the replay, you should be able to really see it closer. You can pause it and take your time with it. Alright, it is also on my YouTube page, How to Cut Poly Burlap Mesh, Kim Beatty on YouTube. Alright, so this is just another review, just a little review of this sunflower. I had one to make, so I figured I'd just come a little alive, just to start it off with you guys so you can see. Again, there's my mesh. I attached it with zip ties. Really quick. And this is the flower that I'm using. You can also use it on the Unique and the Creek board. But I like this because I turn it sideways. And so what I'm doing is I'm tracing this inside. Alright? And I try to get at least 3 cuts out of this because I use a 10-inch reframe. Now I just bought a couple 8-inches. 8-inch reframes. I'm going to make me a reef on an 8-inch one, and I'm going to let you guys see it because it is not necessarily it's how many petals. So if you put petals on each row, you're going to have a large reef. But I take my inside ring, a Sharpie, alright, and I just go and I trace it on the outside of the ring, like so. Alright, now remember this is a 10-inch one. And then I just cut that circle. And then I attach it with the zip ties. Alright, so, and that'll be my base here when I attach the inside zip ties. Alright, now the 8-inch one, let me find an 8-inch. Now this is an 8-inch size. And I would just do the same thing with the interior here. So you can see I can get another piece off of this mesh to put inside. Alright, so this is what I'm going to make one that small. It's 10, and that one is 8. Okay? So how'd y'all like my tulip flower I did today? Oh, ha 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 ha. I'm doing another sunflower. I had a order for another sunflower, so I was going to do some of it live, not all of it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crossbars, and of course y'all know I preload basically everything when I do. So excuse me. So just take my zip tie and put it underneath at the crossbar and close it when you hear the first 2 little clicks. Now on each interior in between the 2 crossbars there's going to be 6 flowers. So I just put all my 6 zip ties in. Now remember, pre-make all of your flowers. I have a box full down here. I did them earlier. Yep. That was funny, Val. How you been? Yep. So again, it's 6 inside. And I can't give you an exact figure for the inside. I'm sorry. 6 inside each crossbar. So that's going to be 30 petals on the outside. You have the white one, Val. The one with a little bit of white in it. It's the same flower I'm doing tonight. Yep. I took pictures of the multicolored one. I didn't post the pictures of it yet, though. So did y'all see my tulip I posted in the group? I made that last night. I told y'all I'm always busy doing something. 5, that's 5. And that's 6. And remember, these are inside. In between 2 crossbars, 6 petals. Not including the one on the crossbar, okay? So that would make 7 here. Okay? Alright. So, let me get my mesh. I got it all done. And some extra. I don't know if you can see my whole box. Look at my box. A whole box full of petals. Alright. That's what I also wanted to do for you guys, and show you how to do the petal again. Alright. Let's get a piece of poly burlap. Now here are the sealed edges. You want to turn it into a diamond shape towards the left. Now if you're, alright, square seal edges on the right and the left. Just turn it into a diamond shape. Alright, and then you just want to marry the two edges. Bring one over to the center, the other one over to the center, and you just want to scrunch it up right in the middle, and it should look like that. Now you want to hold this left side, that's my bracelets, and you just want to take it and flip it over on top. And I hold them because I want to find a rubber band. Here's one. Remember the little rubber bands I get from Dollar Tree? They're 500 in a pack, or $1.25 tree now, right? And you just want to close it off. Alright? And that's your petal. Alright, we're going to do one more, and then we're going to put some on this frame. Now you see where my sealed edges are? Top and bottom. But we want them right and left. Okay? Curl side up. Yup. Now we want to take it from the left and put one peak at the top and one peak at the bottom, making sure your sealed edges over here at the top left and the bottom right. Bring them to the middle to meet these two peaks and scrunch it right to the middle. Take it and see how I'm using my fingers under here, and I'm just flipping it on top. And then I'm going to take a rubber band and sorry guys, I didn't have any out. Don't fall. And they're clear. You won't, once you put them on your wreath, you cannot even see them. You can't hardly see them when I do that, right? They're so little. But that one went away. Y'all know I'm using my teeth, so let's try it. Open it up and just like you doing a ponytail. Alright, and that's your petal. Okay? So that's how you do that. Alright, let's get some on the wreath. So we're going to start at our crossbar. Let me get my rubber bands. Yep, I'll save all my rubber bands. Alright, let me put this center over here. My mesh out the way. So here's the one on the crossbar. And we're going to make sure all our sealed or seamed edges are facing upward. A lot of flowers you see pointed down like that, and you can very well do a flower that way, absolutely. Alright, but we're going to do it this way. I might do one again for you with the petal facing down. That's the most common flower you see. Okay? But we're going to flip ours over to the side. And we're going to take this part that is with the rubber band and we're going to put it underneath the second bar. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. We're going to go underneath that second bar. Alright. Make sure our mesh is sealed. Edges is at the top. And we're just going to close off that zip tie. Use my little gun. If you don't have a gun, we can use our little pulley and then cut it. Oh, thank you. Yep, I love that little tulip. I have it on my front door. Yep, I'm going to probably do it again in some different colors though. Alright, so that's your first petal. Alright. Now since we have our zip ties already, we can just keep moving. Make sure your edges up top, your sealed edges. Underneath that second bar. Now we know it's going to be 6, so you don't have to do a lot of placement right away. I know I'm always messing with my petals and everything, ribbon and Alright, so that's 2. That's where it starts. Alright, let me get a couple of petals up here. Remember, underneath that second bar, because if you put it over top, that bar will have it sitting up too high. Can you see the difference? If I sealed it up here, it would be sitting up that high. So we're going to go underneath. Not too high, but higher. And since I'm only doing 2 rows, some of them I've done 3 rows, which is a lot of mesh. So we're going in sideways. And let me make sure it's curving right. You don't want to seal it all the way until you see that curve. Alright, you see it forming? Let's keep it moving. Yep. And I have to show y'all something really quick. Let me put this in. Show y'all what I made that tulip out of. The base for it. Let me see if I can find another one. How about that? Football frame. Like that something? Look at that. That tulip is on this on a football frame like this. Alright. Yep. So underneath, my sealed edges is up top. I do not own the rights to that music, if you can hear it. Alright, so I'm not going to use my little gun. I'm going to use my little pliers and my cutters. So you just want to hold it and pull it tight. And just cut off the rest. So you can use them both if you don't have the gun. Look, I had to tape my gun. I lost a screw. Can you see this? Oh, gosh. You know, we do what we have to do, right? Alright. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 more for this section. I've been doing some tulip arrangements in a vase. I'm going to have to post. I think I posted one of them. Or 2 of them one of them. So I had to do 4 more. I had to order 4. They are really pretty. That purple and yellow. Yep. So everybody have a great day? I hope so. It was so nice. And it's getting better tomorrow. Spring is, the first day of spring is this week. Sunday, I think, I heard. Is that right? So I'm using my thing because they're handy. They're right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was 6. That is 6. Alright, now we're going to do that crossbar. For the next section. So it's 6 in the middle and 1 on each crossbar. So if you see, even though it's connected to the crossbar, I hold it down to the mat. Let me see if you can see it that way. Alright. And I just put it under that second row, the second up. So one other thing, just kind of make sure that your pedals are up and down. If you need to do that before you see how I'm pulling on them, to make sure they're all in a line, because I can move this one down a little bit, but I'm trying to keep them out of my way. Alright, so I need 6, right? Like I said, I have a whole box full. Let's see if I can come in a little bit more. There we go. Let's go here a little bit. So let's put some more zip ties. So we're going to go under that second bar and just secure it. So I need 6. Make sure your zip ties, the flat part is facing the ceiling. Because you see one side has a hump. That one should not face the ceiling. You just make sure the flat part is facing the ceiling. Oh yeah, I've put it in the wrong way. Absolutely. So this is 3. See, I was getting ready to do that one the wrong way. So I just flipped it over. Yes. Oh, did anybody hear they passed the a bill saying it's going to be daylight saving times for now on? No more falling back? I was just looking at that. Is that right? So that's 4. Did anybody hear that? Or was I not hearing anything? I'm just sure they passed that bill. Let me know. Put in the comments if you heard that. So that's 6. Alright. It's my pedal. I'm just trying to kind of aid it and shaping it a little bit. I'm pushing it down so I can put this in underneath. So again, this reef is only 2 rows. Like I said, I do sometimes do 3 rows. If my frame was a little bit bigger, I would do 3 rows. Now again, this gun, it tightens it and it cuts it at the same time. When I first got this, I was so disappointed because this little black piece right here is the setting for it. And you just roll and roll and roll, and it didn't work for me at first, and I was going to send it back. But I kept playing with it, and yes, now it works really well. So I'm kind of glad I didn't send it back. Alright. So you can also, before you put your pedal on, kind of shape it so it can have that little curve. Poly burlap is so forgiving. It will let you beat it up, but it will fray too, but so you have to be really gentle. And you can do this sunflower with poly mesh as well. It doesn't have to be burlap. And you can also use your wood burning tool on poly Poly burlap is more of a fabric. Deco mesh is more of a artificial material. Yeah, why not, Val? I want it to be daylight savings all the time. A lot of people have a lot of issues when the time springs back and springs forward and falls back. A lot of people. So I don't understand. But that's what they are. I thought I heard that today when I was scrolling through Facebook. Or was it somewhere else? But anyway. That's what I thought I heard. So y'all see I'm switching up. One time I use a gun, one time I use this. It's alright, whatever's closest, that's what I pick up. Oh, excuse me. So what y'all have for dinner? Did y'all see that woodpecker I posted? Oh my God! And I was trying to get it while it was pecking. I think I did a little bit, but I couldn't get my camera to magnify all the way up there. So, and then of course you heard me yell at Max. He didn't go too far, but Precious, the black and white one, she stays very close. He's a wanderer, so, but we go there often, so he kind of knows his way around. I've never seen a woodpecker. Okay, y'all see that space in here? That's only because I haven't did any placement yet. Alright, so you see the difference when I put them closer together? So it closes up that little gap. Yep. So this is the beginning of your sunflower. Yep, make sure it's on the side. And the only reason that's popping up is because I have my thumb on it. Now I'm going to tighten that up. Sometimes I don't have that gun where it should be, and I still have a little tip left. So I just use that to cut it all the way to the base. So remember, don't handle any of it a long time. Alright, I have one more, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is exactly how you do this sunflower. Remember, you can use deco mesh if you don't have poly burlap. You can do the same exact thing. And get a frame from Dollar Tree. They are 14 inches, but I did find those 8 inches the other day. So I grabbed these. They were 2 for $1.25. And you can just do that. Yep. But you are going to need something to hold that mesh in, because our next part is going to be on the mesh. And then this zip ties needs something to hold on to. So we had our crossbar. And although it's not directly on top of the crossbar, it's actually beside it. When I finish it, I will be pushing it closer to the crossbar. Okay? Let me take that back out because I want to push it up in the middle so it can kind of curl over like that. Yep. So that it, I know I did that multicolored one, and it's the same exact petal. If you notice, if you look at it, you go under here and make sure I got a hold of it. Yep. Put it. Make sure it's on the side. Alright. So we're almost there, see guys? Alright, so now we got these 6 to do. So nothing else. I'm going to have lunch with, well, one of my sisters. She's not actually blood, but faithful sisters. A sister. Many, many, many years. Well over 30 years. Yep. So I will not be finishing this tomorrow, y'all. I will be out with my sis tomorrow. I'll come back Thursday and finish it, though. I won't finish it until Thursday. Alright? Because I'm sure a lot of you would like to see the middle done again. I think I can post the video now on the YouTube page, or you can just watch it in a group. I mentioned the other day that I needed some more space on my little laptop, and I think I did it because I downloaded it. I didn't want to tighten that up yet. We're going to tighten it now. Alright. We're just moving on over. Okay. I'm looking at something right here. Yep. That's just a matter of pulling it up and putting them together. I'm going underneath because you see how that one's sitting back? I'm going to push it up in here so it can be along with the rest. That's it. Alright, just pushing it. All I gotta do is push that over for the space. See how I'm pushing them? There you go. Alright. Looks like I'm gonna put one here, doesn't it? Because I like for them to be very tight knit, tight together. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I'm going to need a 7th one right there. So let's go ahead and do that before we get too far. Let's go ahead in there, go under that. Alright, it's all not perfect, so if you see a little space, fill it. Fill it right in. Yep, that did it. I'll show you in 2 seconds. Alright, let me do it now. Alright, see? Had to fill that space in, y'all. So that's what we're working on. And the rest is history. Yep. Oh, I have one. Need a few more petals down here. So that means I'm going to need an extra petal. Right? But that's okay, I have enough cut. I have enough already pre-made. Underneath, kind of shape it out a little bit. There we go. Looking like a sunflower? Yes, yes. Alright. So on the back of here, it's just a piece of styrofoam. If you have styrofoam at home, use that. I'm not sure of this material. I have no idea where to get this material from. But you can make it a solid color and add your little flavor to it. You can even put a little butterfly, look, somewhere on there. Yep. We're not going to do that with this, but you know, you can add your own little flavor to the center. Now you see the edge right there fraying a little bit? It's okay. It's not going to be seen. Now that got too tight. I wouldn't have been able to put that in there. So we need an extra zip tie here. Yep. So I really like this sunflower. I really, really do. I'm looking at that piece right here. See, I got a little piece right here. That's just a matter of putting it together. All right. So you see how it goes really a little faster when you pre-make everything? It really does. Look, y'all, I had my little heater on. Don't laugh. I know. I need to put a zip tie here because we took one off. Add a petal. We're not doing too bad. We got 2 more sections to do. We'll be done with that section. Yay. Yep. Oh, it did. It did pass hum Val. Isn't that something? So we will not be falling back in the winter, y'all. What else? Somewhere else. Somewhere else already started a few years ago. Does anybody know where? They started. They stay strictly daylight saving times. But yep. Interesting. I wonder what made them decide to do that. Because of probably the mental health issues behind it. After all these years, a lot of people can't cope with that change. Yep. All right. So we're more than halfway finished the first section. I'm hoping that the wood burning part kind of clarified some things, because a lot of people are really scared of that tool or unsure. but it's really simple to use. Just don't burn yourself like I did. Just be careful. And ventilate. Yep. Well, now you have the mask if you want to wear your mask. For. Oh, what was you saying yes for what? I thought you were saying yes that it passed. So that's 5, 6. All right. So if you look closely, you can see that all the petals are underneath that second rung and not on top of it. I have to cut mine as I do it because I don't want it to catch on none of the mesh. Now, if it was a larger frame, you would definitely do, excuse me, inside the mesh and then inside the mesh again. So you would have 3 rows. If you had a 14-inch frame, you would do 3 rows for sure. Yep. So nothing else. I wish we could listen to no. That wouldn't be a good idea, would it? Listen to music. A little jazz. But that's okay. Yep. So what we had for dinner? Oh, I just made me a salad. I'm trying to lose 5 pounds. Just 5. Just 5. Yep. So I had a little follow-up with my doc today. All's well. God is good. Pressure good. Cholesterol good. No sugar or diabetes present. Oh, he's awesome though. Yep. Look, it's time for my pneumonia shot, y'all. What age are we supposed to get pneumonia shots? I'll be that age this year. Is that crazy? Oh, I'm so grateful. Y'all, I will be that age this year. Imagine that. Soon. What is this? A couple months. Ooh, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm going to have a big celebration in my head. Ah, that's funny, right? Wow. I didn't go see Mom today, but I was there yesterday, so she's hanging tough at 93. Yep. So we're doing pretty good. We got one more section, and we're gonna call it quits because it'll be in about an hour. That next section is going to take about 40 minutes. But So we're going to come back on Thursday and finish this up. I know I usually just do Wednesday and Sunday, but we're going to do Thursday too, so we can finish this one up. So it gets a little tight sometimes under here, but you just push it on in there, that end, and tighten it up. Yeah. Alright, we got 7 more. Finish that section. How's it looking, guys? Let's see. Pretty good. We're almost there. So we got to do the crossbar here. And put 6 on the inside because we have 1 on that crossbar because that's where we started. So I'll still be hanging down here for a while. I might even start that 8-inch. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, what colors. So that's 3. So nobody's going away this year, huh? There's 1 more. I am going to take a week or 2 off in August, I guess. That's so far-fetched, though, right? If I forget, I really want to show y'all this other floral, and I keep saying I want to show it to you guys, but I love these florals. I love a floral wreath, and this one is on the regular grapevine, and my the rest of my florals that I needed to finish it came, so I finished it. And I love it. Just simple spring florals. It's not as large as the other one. The other one has a lot of flowers on it and butterflies. Yep. So y'all still need to be careful out there. They said the whether you believe it or not, that the cases are increasing quite a bit of the virus. So ladies and gents, please be careful. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I have some more mesh to cut on because I only have 3 petals left after this. Yeah, I have to cut some more. I'll do that tonight so it can be flat by Thursday. For the inside, I'm gonna probably need about 15 or 20 for the inside. Yeah. I was gonna make one of these for me, but I think I like that tulip. So, and imagine if you put, now that'd be too big because the tulip is really a nice size. Yeah. What other color I could do a tulip? Purple and white? I don't know. I just had that mesh that I hadn't used. I hadn't used that mesh. I think I did it 1 flower with that mesh that I use. The check little looks like oranges. Yep. So you see how I have my arm raised over the rest of it? Yeah, because you don't want to keep playing with it that much. Alright, we got 2 more. Sometimes those zip ties get on top of each other. Yep. Alright, we got 1 more. And I'll be analyzing. If I have to add anywhere, I'll let you guys know that I added another 1 or 2. But it looks like it's okay. See how I picked up the clippers instead of the gun? Alright, let's pull it out. Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. Give you a bird, kind of like a bird's eye view of the middle. That's what it's looking like all the way around. And bring it out a little bit. What is that? Alright, that's where I pushed it up at. There we go. Let's settle down. Alright, we're going to go out just a little bit more. And that's the start. That's the first layer. Right here. So, you know, you just got to place them. Remember, I always say it's all about placing it. Alright, I'm looking over here. Where's this one at? Right there. Excuse me. Just all about placement. Okay? So that was it for that part. What is the new term? How they say now? That part. Alright. So, we're going to put this to the side. I do have some more petals to fold for the inside. But I do want to show y'all this floor. I have to show it to you. Give me a sec. Yep, we have petals. I have stuff everywhere. Maybe I need a little trash bag on top. That would just be in the way. These are all the ends of my zip ties. Yep. I looked at that video I took of the woodpecker and I said, oh my God, I hollered, Max! That's funny, right? Alright, that's cool. So this floor is right here. I don't know if you guys are going to love this, but I sincerely, let me see if I can go out any more. I'm going to hang this tomorrow on the door. This thing keeps coming up on my screen. Look at those florals. And I made them a little heavier down the bottom, so I didn't have to put a bow. Hey, can you see all the butterflies? Oh, I really, really, really love that. And then I put one up top, another butterfly. I don't know if you can see it right here. Yep. But I'm so in love with this. Yep. So I'm going to hang that up tomorrow. And I will post those pictures too. And I'll do a lot of close-ups so you can see everything. But thank you guys for hanging out. And I'll let you know Thursday. It'll be about 8:30, same time. And we're going to finish this sunflower. So remember, if you got any special requests, just holler at me, inbox me, something. If you like something, let me know. And if you're watching in replay, hashtag replay for me. Also, don't forget Kim Beatty on YouTube. So I'm going to post the other one. I can post over there now. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you Thursday when we finish this sunflower. Have a great night. Enjoy the weather, because I certainly will. Good night.